Welcome. My name is George Landrith. I'm the president of Frontiers of Freedom Institute. We're really grateful you're here today to talk with us about what we consider some very important emerging issues. So what I want to first start off by is asking a couple questions. Who invented the internet? Who built the internet? Who paid for it? Who runs it? Al Gore. That's right. You got it. Actually, no. One thing we have to remember is there are international voices, and that would include some Americans, that think that it would be best for the U.S. to give away the internet. Again, they seem to forget that we invented it, we built it, we paid for it, we run it. I don't know what other country develops something and then just gives it away. You know, I mean, aside from, I guess, the Panama Canal. But anyhow, if you think about it, we produce things. You know, other countries have things that are kind of famous for and well known for. And the question becomes, why should we give this up? We share the internet with the world, and we don't really profit by it. In other words, we don't sell the rights to other countries to connect to our internet. They just can't. And I think that's interesting, because we built for it, we paid for it. I don't know what other country would do that. You can ask yourself, you know, what would Putin do? You know, what would China or Iran do? These are some fair questions, but the bottom line is we've never cut off access to the internet. You know, with Iraq during the, they cut it off to their own people, so they lied to them about what's going on in the war, but we never did. When Iran or North Korea are misbehaving, we don't cut off their access to the internet. And that's an interesting point, because I don't know if you remember, but back in 2009, in the middle of the winter, Putin was involved in some negotiations with Ukraine. Gee, that's in the news again this week, wasn't it? Anyhow, he cut off their natural gas supply in the middle of the winter. And so ask yourself, if Putin were in charge, how would this work? And I have a feeling it would work about the same way that the Russian state national gas company works, which is they just use it to their advantage as an arm of their statecraft, if you will. Ask yourself seriously, if China's involved, if Russia, Iran are involved, are they really going to make sure that there's no spying on the internet? I mean, not that they really could, but would they even try? This is a perfect example in my mind of taking two issues that are completely unrelated and then pretending that somehow one solves the other, i.e. we give them the internet and the spying problem is somehow solved or something. And it's just not true. But it's a beautiful political issue to lean on the current administration and tell them, we're upset with you, you were listening in on us, and now we want you to give us the internet in exchange. I want to just a couple warnings. One, the UN has a Human Rights Commission, and they have had, as voting members of that commission, countries like China and Russia and Syria and Pakistan and Muammar Gaddafi's Libya. Now, what I want to know is, did including those people improve human rights anywhere in the world? I think the answer is pretty clearly no. Now, so the next question is, will including China, Iran, Russia, North Korea, any of these other countries, will that make it more open, more reliable, more transparent? Will it make it safer? Again, I think the answer is clearly no. So the question is, what can you do? And the answer is we have to act quickly, because most in Congress aren't paying attention to this issue right now. But the reality is we need to write our congressmen and our senators. We need to call their offices. We need to tell them that we're aware that there are some in the administration who are prepared to give away the internet, and we want them to A, watch out for this, and B, stop it, make sure it doesn't happen. We can win this issue, but if we lose it, there's no getting it back. Once it's been turned over to an international body, it won't be ours anymore. Thank you so much.